Hi everyone. It's finally here. The last episode, episode 5, chapter 5 of Life is Strange True Colors. I'm kind of sad about that, but I am very excited to play the DLC, Wavelengths, which has just come out. I have not played any of it. I'm saving it for a stream, which will likely be next week because we've got EGX coming up this week, which I'm so excited about because it's going to be our first time. All three of us are going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's going to be our first time at a live show, and since 2019. So excited. But first, True Colors. No, so spoiler warning. I'm sure you all know. There was quite the cliffhanger at the end of chapter 4. Someone is not the nice person that they purported to be. Not at all, actually, because nice people don't shoot other people, making them fall down a mine shaft. Confused? You will be. Let's go. Ah, man. What a journey this has been, though. It's, I'd be interested to see what the general response was to a Life is Strange game having the entirety of it released in one go.
Welcome back, Alex.
In theory, I like it, but I also...
Do you want to talk about your time in Colorado?
I really liked the time it had in between, like, the episodes of the first game.
Let's start with something positive. What did you learn from your visit to Haven Springs?
Many things. Well, I mean, that is a question, isn't it? I think not to be afraid of her emotions. I think for the Alex that we've played, that's the most honest answer. I would certainly not say nothing. I would also like to think the meaning of home because, you know, she's found a place that she belongs in Haven Springs. She's found friends. But I think her journey emotionally has been the most important thing. So I'm gonna go with that. Anyhow, yeah, like
myself feel, I guess.
Yeah.
And to not be afraid of those feelings.
Yeah.
Couldn't one argue that those old fears turned out to be justified?
Shut up,
What
Dr. Lynn.
do you make of that friction?
But a life not kind of putting yourself out there emotionally
I suppose
isn't
I'm proud of
really
you for trying.
isn't a life fully lived.
helped some
You could
people.
also argue.
Chased a mystery. Got to kiss a pretty girl.
Yes. Yeah, we did.
But Alex, you're right back where you started.
Or are we? Anyhow, what I was saying was, yeah, like I like the fact that it was all released in one go. However, I also like the fact that in Life is Strange 1, for example, you know, there was that short amount of time between each episode that people could like talk and speculate, and it really kind of, I think it really helped grow the community of this game as to what it is today, you know, like having everyone come together and having that meta outside of the game itself, you know, it really helped shape it into such a great community. Thank you for the super chats. We had one from Brent Dreyer that says, was watching the Halloween Among Us just before this, and I swear the last one I saw before switching was your creepy child hide and seek. The timing. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's creepy. I would just say, you know, if it was yeah, it was pretty creepy. Thank you for the super chat as well, Corvus Albright. The last chapter, Melancholy screams into Jaegerbomb. Yes, but we do have the DLC, so you know, there's that. There is that. Game audio is a bit low. Thank you, HC Bird. Let me just crank that a little bit. Let me know if that's okay. Yeah, and CXP34, you're right, just not months like LS2. It did kill the momentum. I do absolutely agree with you, but there's got to be some sort of happy medium between all at once and months apart. Actually, I think Tell Me Why did it really well. They had all the episodes fully like done and made, but they just release them week by week, and I actually really liked that because, you know, it was consistent and you knew what to expect and when to expect it. Thank you, JToy64, as well. As it's my birthday, happy birthday! I order everyone to have a Jaeger bomb or celebrate the day in your own way because you're all awesome and deserve good things. Yes, you are, and so are you, JToy. And me, Zoe, and Ian have been plotting. There has to be some way of us smuggling Jaeger bombs into EJX. We're thinking about it. It might be a kick-outable offense, but maybe it's not. We don't know. And thank you also, Volpes Obscura, for the super chat. I finished my playthrough this past weekend, and I am head over heels for Alex and would unquestioningly lay down my life for her. Deck 9 have done a spectacular job, as usual. Wavelengths next, yes. And I do agree. Deck 9 are such a great... they're such a great studio. They're such a great company. They really... They understand the assignment every time with this. What were we saying? Dr. Lin is probably wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. Nah, Dr.
You're
Lin.
wrong. I don't belong in here.
That's right.
If that were true, Alex, you'd know you were talking to an empty chair.
Dun, dun, dun.
What the fuck?
What indeed the fuck? Oh, look at this. Creepy. Angry, scared, sad, lonely, happy, guilty. They're all Alex! Little bit of that. Little bit of that. Oh, there we go.
Is that what I look like? Really?
You're cuter than that. But those are pretty cute too, little drawings. Why is there only one you would call positive emotion and all the rest of them are negative? Although I think a lot of those
Hey,
in small
my
doses can
guitar.
be positive as well.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? We will knock momentarily. Kindness, pass it on. Respect. Oh, our family photos.
These don't belong to Dr. Lin.
Ooh.
A tuning peg.
For a guitar, mayhaps? Who's saying what? Oh, God. In light of all the recent excitement, now is a good time to remind Helping Hands residents that impulses to leave our institution, while understandable, are best resisted. Remember, the outside world is sharp-toothed and possessed of an insatiable hunger, and you are soft and slow and appetizing. Well, thank you. Why throw yourself into its mouth? Throw yourself instead into mine. Dr. Lin, you know how to talk right to us.
How did I even get back here?
Scratching at the door trying to get out, but she's declawed, so her capacity to fend for herself is minimal. Oh, God. Good and creepy,
These
thank you.
Don't belong to Dr. Lin.
It's over here. It's in the folder. Oop.
I guess that's me. Case number 53322.
That is probably a number that is worth remembering. Oh, hello.
Dr. Lin always records our sessions.
No, you were right the first time, Alex. Past tense. We're not supposed to be here today.
12 years ago, I made a mistake. The kind of thing that you can't undo. Alex, you know that I care about you. With everything that has happened, I just want what's best for you.
So, let's rewind about Jed a little bit. So Jed was the town hero. He supposedly rescued a bunch of miners from an accident, from a cave-in, I think it was. And then Typhon, the company that we know is evil, bought him the Black Lantern, the pub. So obviously something's not right about the situation, because he's willing to murder to cover up whatever actually happened. So I think we're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. Alexandra Alex Chen, emotional instability, occasional violent outbursts, hallucinations, visual hallucinations, oral, delusional ideation, depression and anxiety. Diagnosis? Okay.
Thrown down a... what?
Alex experiences a detailed and robust delusion that she is able to read other people's emotional states and believes that because of this ability, she is uniquely equipped to help others overcome their own emotional trauma. It's difficult to overlook the irony. Someone as profoundly dysfunctional as Alex adopting the role of emotional caretaker. Had she not been returned to my care, I do not think it hyperbolic to speculate that her reckless attempts at fixing her friends and family would eventually have gotten someone hurt. It's my belief that Alex's delusions constitute a threat to her continued well-being as well as those of others around her. As such, I recommend Alex be thrown down an endless pit, her body shattered against each juddering board and errant brick, until she is forgotten in the darkness beneath the world. This is, in my professional opinion, the most humane thing we can do for her. There were nuggets of truth in that, I believe, with regards to, potentially getting people hurt by sort of digging into their emotional states. But I don't think throwing her down an endless pit is the right answer here. There we go. Well, it's a nice little full circle moment, though, coming back to the exact scene that the game started, with a little bit of a scary twist. Knock, knock.
Alex Chen?
Alex Chen who?
My guitar case has never heard of me. Sure.
Rude. Look at that eyebrow. Like, the expressions here, just incredible. I think we all know the number we need here. No, Alex, don't get up. We've got this. There now. 5, 3, 3, 2, 2. There we go. And it's missing a tuning peg. Luckily for us, we came prepared. Brent 24601. Always got time for a Les Mis reference. Okay, well, let's fix it first. Lovely. I wouldn't even know where to begin with this. I have never once tuned a guitar, and I plan not to. For any reason, I just know I would be no good at it. We have a collection of like 4 or 5 guitars in the house. Seb loves the guitar. He's very good at it, so I'll just let him deal with that. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, gosh, Alex, you've looked better. But then, who would look good after, falling that far down a mine shaft? She'd be messed up. Oh my God. Can you imagine anything more terrifying than falling down there and waking up? I mean, at least nothing's broken that we know of, but it's almost more inhumane of Jed not to shoot her properly. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, it's actually terrifying. Oh my God. Oh, actual worst nightmare. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Nikki Sharp. Another update for you. Finally got to go on a date with the girl I was telling you about. Yes! Had a board game night with her whole fam. Oh my gosh. And her mum sneakily said to me while packing up, about time. Oh my gosh. You've got mum's approval. But also that's an amazing
Alex.
first date. A serious first date too. Oh, Gabe.
Gabe?
Oh, Gabe.
You're dead.
So? Lots of people are dead, Alex. Most people.
Touché.
Where are we?
I want to say a hospital.
Dr. Mendez to intensive care. Dr. Mendez to intensive care.
Yep, definitely a hospital.
Gabe.
Okay, here's what I do know. You are 10, I am 14. Our mother is sick. So is our father. But it's a different kind of sickness. Play your part.
Ow! Gabe, why?
I didn't do anything.
Both of you,
Dad.
behave. Alex, go check on your mother.
Okay.
Wow.
She was right over there, waiting for me.
Just maybe a little bit of a content warning for anyone who may have trouble watching scenes with, family members and terminal illnesses and stuff like that. It can be quite hard going. So just so you're aware, that we're gonna dive into that a little bit here. Also, John Root, welcome to Magnificent Members. It's good to have you with us. And also, Max Barr, thank you for the super chat. Watch this one on Johnny's playthrough. The moment your last episode ended, between listening to the best book I've ever read / heard this week and relating to the life examination here, I am so raw. Well, isn't that just the best though? A lot of the best media, whether that's a book or a game or a film or whatever, I think should challenge you a little bit. Insomniac, welcome to Super Friends as well. Pew, pew. I think it's good to sort of be pushed outside of your comfort bubble.
There it is.
Every so often.
The painting that taught me that art sucked sometimes.
Not to the point of extreme discomfort, of course, or anything that,
We
causes
couldn't
you.
afford a private room. Just got lucky, I guess.
Causes you trauma or anything like that. But I do think, like a lot of things, should
Gabe and I used to watch cartoons on this thing
make you
after
think
school.
or make you challenge your usual way of thinking, maybe.
Gabe?
And make you feel a little bit raw.
I need you to listen very carefully. We got some scary news today, and I'm going to be spending some time at the hospital.
What? Mom? Are you okay?
Hush now. It's going to be okay. Do you understand me? Things will be different for a little while. But I am going to be okay.
Mrs.
Gabe
Chen.
told me it was full of needles. Scared me to death. We spent so much time in here that I basically memorized every article.
It's just the kind of thing you just wouldn't wish on anybody, but it's still so common for so many
It's
people.
always too hot in this room. She's just on the other side. How many nights did Dad spend in this room? Sleeping in an uncomfortable chair and eating vending machine dinners. There's something so weird and scary about watching your dad cry.
Certainly if he's not usually a crier. I've a very similar story. I've only seen my dad cry once, and it was in a very
Every
similar
time I saw
circumstance.
her, I worried it would be the last. Hi, Mom. Mom. Mom.
Such a brave girl. How do you ever get so brave?
Is that how it went? You don't think you missed anything?
Ow! Gabe, why?
I didn't do anything.
Both of you.
Dad.
Behave. Alex, go check on your mother.
Okay.
Like that we're talking about hot hospitals in the chat at the moment. I hope you're okay, Oliver Morgan.
Wait.
If it is a lot, you know,
Did I miss something?
do take a time out or take any kind of time you need as well. I know these sequences can be a lot and they can surface a lot of memories. It's doing it for me too. So yeah, make sure you're looking after yourself. People get so mad at Alex's mom here, says Killmonger. Why is that? Is that because of what she says? I suppose she puts a lot of pressure on young Alex here, doesn't she? It's so rough to imagine Alex being just 10 years old and going through this. Wouldn't want anyone to go through it, but 10 years old is just so young.
Hi, Mom.
That slow head turn is just it's a lot. You can just it's a bit too effective, really.
Mom. Mom.
Water, Alex. Get her some water.
Water, here we go. Quick.
It's stupid, but I remember hoping that after she took a drink, she'd somehow be...
Is that St. Dimna's hospital? Oh gosh, I hate hearing that. That really dry, raspy cough. Just sounds painful.
Thank you. You almost never cried, even when you were very small. Did you know that? That's been my biggest challenge with you. How do you take care of someone who is already so strong? No tears, my strong girl. I want you to make me a promise. Your brother, your father, they are going to need you. You have to be strong. Will you do that, Alex? Such a brave girl. How do you ever get so brave?
Wow. I hope everyone's okay. I like that everyone's kind of having a discussion in the chat about the pressure, the perceived pressure that Alex's mum puts upon her versus, you know, kind of giving your kids, I don't know, giving them a message for the person you want them to be in the future, or I don't know. It's interesting, but I do really like what Wendy Forecast has said. Having them be adults here can also show how, in hindsight, we always remember things through the lens of our current self. That's really astute, and I think that's probably exactly why they've done that as well. Yeah, it's difficult. Like I do in a sense see that I mean, if I was to judge Alex's mum based on my kind of beliefs and how I, you know, see other people, I would say that is a lot of pressure to put on a 10-year-old. I don't think it's Alex's responsibility to look after her dad and brother, but you know, if we're understanding it from where her mum's coming from, she probably thought, you know, giving her 10-year-old daughter a goal or, you know, a responsibility or a job to do when her mother's gone, it can help give her structure or give her hope or give her, I don't know, something to fulfill rather than her being aimless. And I don't know, I can see why she would think that's a good thing as well.
Was that the last time you talked to her? Mom.
I think so.
Do you miss her?
Gabe, what's going on?
You're 11, I'm almost 15. Dad and I are time bombs. You keep running back and forth, trying to defuse us both. This is going to suck so bad.
I'm glad Gabe came back to be her.
Play your part.
To be her guide through all of this. It's good to have him be a familiar face through all of these incredibly rough memories. Oh, this is so rough though. HC Bird, being the designated person to hold a family together at age 10 can trigger massive trauma if you fail at this. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. It's, you know, as someone who, for a lot of, you know, my life felt very responsible for the emotional well-being of everyone around me, you know, being like, it's not a good place to be, and it's not a realistic expectation to hold for yourself as a young kid, and it definitely follows you into adulthood.
When they got like this, drown them out and wait for it to pass.
I hope in part it's a generational thing of parents of that generation, and I think that, you know, I think that we're a lot more aware of the damage that can cause now.
Just listen.
But yeah. Yeah. Gosh, hope everyone's okay. This is really dark stuff, but it's nice to see everyone supporting one another in the chat. And even though she is an adult here, it's very easy to picture her as a young child being, you know, being a witness to these horrible scenes and feeling so helpless and vulnerable, and also feeling responsible for it.
Alex? Hey. It's okay. It's just me. But you know that's not how it went down, right?
It's also a really nice, if you choose to see it this way, it's a kind of it's a very clever bit of contextual storytelling, I suppose, in that it could this kind of scenario could be exactly why Alex has always loved music so much in her life. You know, as it has been a literal escape for her. You know, when everything else in her life was...
It was my job to keep the peace.
Was difficult.
But no matter what I did...
It wasn't your job, though, Alex. It was not your job. Thank you for the super chat, Sumu. Hey, for long-time lurker, long-time fan. Thanks for all your streams. They've brightened up some dark days for me. Really appreciate you showing vulnerability in class. Also, hey, from Ireland. Oh, thank you so much, Sue. I'm really glad that you've stuck with us. Anyhow, yeah, I agree that was a really good choice of song. And everyone's like really reacting to that song a lot. It is a very good. It's the perfect choice, really, isn't it?
I tried so hard to keep my promise to her.
Man.
Mom and Dad had this TV before they had either of us. Gabe had barely used this backpack in weeks. Nobody could get him to go to school. The killer mistress tabs in this book weren't even close to right. And Gabe loved Son of Lead back when it was an indie. It was too gory for me.
Let's see. Laundry.
Dad's laundry. I always set it here when it was done so he could find it. At least I managed to hold on to you, Shoo Shoo.
So Alex really had to, like, just become an adult way, way, way too young. You know, at 11 years old, she was responsible for the laundry, feeling responsible for the,
Cleaning Dad's ashtray was not my
the
favorite
well-being
job
of everyone
in the
around
world.
her, tidying up, doing her schoolwork as well.
Mom's old sewing kit. Don't think I've ever even tasted a butter cookie.
Yeah, those tins, that was a real thing in Ireland, and I'm sure a lot of other places in the world as well. Those tins never had cookies in them. It was always old sewing supplies. It was always very disappointing. Those in the old sweet tins never had any sweets in them.
It was full of greeting cards. Mom kept every single one we ever got. Thanks for trying, Lucky Cat.
Oof.
My job was to sort them in order of how close we were to a collections notice. I can't believe they were ever this happy.
I mean, this is obviously not a very flattering picture of Alex's dad, but then, you know, there were those notes that, you know, that he slept in the hospital, that he stayed there with his wife. So he obviously loved his wife.
Hey, Gabe. I'm Leslie Halloran. I'm from the Oregon State Child Protective Services. We got a call from someone who said there might have been some kind of fight here last night. Is your dad home?
Oh, gosh. You know what? That was like rehearsal. And I'm in this play at school, and my dad, he was helping me learn my lines.
Must be some play. But if you need anything, my number is on there. Okay?
I'm pretty sure
I wanted to be a werewolf.
Child
that
services will
Halloween.
have heard that one a number of times.
Couldn't afford the costume.
But yeah, they clearly don't want to paint a completely damning picture of Alex's dad, because
Almost empty. Almost always.
there are some compassionate parts of him
Gabe
as
used
well.
to steal Dad's beer all the time. It was like the one thing they didn't fight about.
Sriracha. Ugh, so good. I literally put sriracha on
We
everything.
never really touched these after Mom died. She was such a good cook. 2 cups water for 1 cup rice. Set timer for 30 minutes. Do your history homework. Serve.
I mean, a moment of appreciation for Erica Mori as well, who did such a fantastic job as Alex. It's hard to believe this was Erica's first kind of, I guess, I mean, apart from, I think she said she did like community theater and stuff, this was her first big role, and certainly her first role in video games. So, I mean, pretty incredibly
Gabe and Dad
done.
were so loud.
Such a
when
good
they fought.
performance. All right, do I try and open the door? Oh.
Where you going? Are you gonna tell her? Or is that my job?
Keep your voice down.
Fine, I'll do it. Alex, Dad lost his job again. So we're broke. Again.
Don't talk to me that way. Despite what you may believe, you do not know everything. You think what? I laid myself off?
It's okay. We'll figure it out. I could,
I don't know, Dad. But what are we supposed to do now? We gotta eat.
We can sell some records. Or what about my guitar? We can sell that.
Alex, what is it gonna take to get you to stop defending him?
If your mother could see you now.
I don't want to hear about Mom.
Gabe!
I'm so tired of you using her as an excuse to be a piece of shit. Don't fucking touch me, piece of shit.
Dad.
Oh, God.
Damn it, Alex.
I'm okay. It's okay. It was an accident.
Alex, I didn't...
Dad, it's okay. Really, I'm not hurt.
I can't do this.
Dad?
The worst part about all of this...
Someone will come. That woman from CPS. Someone.
The worst part of this is how believable it all is. You know, how a small series of events can just conspire
Dad.
together to completely fracture a family. Like, it's so
I'm
easily
sorry.
done.
No. Dad!
Like, they're clearly all completely still dealing with the grief of losing their mother/wife. So yeah, this is rough. I mean, yeah, like abandoning your kids is a shit move, but they've worked really hard to paint this picture of he felt they'd be better off without him. He felt that someone would come, he's lost his job, he can't provide for them. He accidentally hit his daughter. Like, he's torn apart by grief, by pressure, by everything that's happening. But it ends up, yeah, they're not better off at all. And it's just so heartbreaking. And yeah, she was just 11. I mean, Gabe was only 16. Still far too young. Ugh. And after that, she still tried to write to him.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Which orphanage is this? The one in Grant Park? Kind of thought it'd be nicer.
I can't do this, okay? I can't.
You need to.
No.
You need to be honest about what you see.
I was. I have. And now I'm done.
Almost. But not yet. You were 12, I am 16. I steal a car and end up in juvie.
Gabe, come on.
Then you're 13, 14, 15. Orphanages, group homes, musty rooms in the strange houses of foster parents. By the time you're 17, you've seen them all. Somewhere along the line, you start to feel things. Your own emotions don't belong to you. You have nothing. No one. You are alone.
I don't want this.
Alex. Play your part.
Play my part.
Ooh. Yeah, as HC Bird says, lots of love to people in the chat that may be relating a little bit too much to some of this. This is an awful lot, and I hope you're okay. As Chic in Brooklyn
I don't understand.
says,
why can't I have my guitar?
Wait for this to go through.
We've been over this, Alex. Your guitar stays in the rec room. You can play it during free time.
That's bullshit. I don't need it in the fucking rec room. I need it when I'm stuck in the fucking dorms.
Ugh.
Alex, that's enough. Maybe we'll just take away your guitar privileges entirely, if that's what you prefer.
You can't do that.
Going from home to home would just tear someone apart. Anyway, as Chic in Brooklyn says, just notice this was her emotions and they've highlighted it with her having the same auras she sees in other people. It's a really good point because we're going through, when we start the game, there are 3 types of aura that Alex sees, you know? There's fear, sadness, and anger, and all 3 of those are explored in these very specific scenarios. So we had we had sadness first in the hospital, then we had fear, and now I believe anger is getting explored as well. Which is, yeah, it's a really good point. I hadn't noticed that before.
Some of them helped a little. None of them fixed me.
In their defense, mutant empathy isn't exactly in the DSM.
Mutant empathy?
They used to say this place wasn't a prison.
Well, maybe they were trying to keep you safe.
Guess so. Whatever the reason, the end result was prison bars.
There's something so funny about these kinds of scenarios. I say funny. I mean, as I've said before, I'm adopted. I've never experienced anything like this because I was adopted super young, and I don't remember any of this kind of. Well, I don't remember any of this sort of scenario. You know.
Yes, I missed a few days.
Orphanages or homes or anything like that, but. The one time, weirdly, I was in hospital, you can get a sense of how institutions like this, however well-meaning they might be, do serve to dehumanize you in a weird way. You know, like you're not a person with your own stuff and your own room and your own sense of belonging. You're a part of a system. You're in a home. You're someone's paperwork, and that, on an impressionable young mind, I cannot begin to imagine how damaging that can be.
I used to write one every day. Stupid.
Why? You clearly missed him.
And I thought he missed me. Hence, stupid.
Fancy.
Everyone had one good outfit. We wore them to meet the parents. They should have stenciled the same thing on all of us.
Yeah, exactly. You're
really
property
feel like
of.
You were their property?
We didn't belong to anyone else, did we?
Shushu. Did I look at Shushu yet?
How you holding up, Shu?
Shushu's like almost new there.
I can't believe how long you've had that thing.
That thing was my only friend after you left.
All right, we gotta play our part. Oh, gosh. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Ticey. Smiley face. Hope everyone's okay. Ugh, this is rough as well. Feeling like you're having to put on a show. That again on its own is too much pressure to put on a kid. Impress these people and they might take you home.
She's been through so much. I just don't know if we're prepared for a troubled girl.
Yeah, as you say, Max Bar, like shop windows. I think that's how it's set up.
Sensitive. What does that mean?
Despite how this is set up, like I have to shout out, like people who are, you know, obviously I'm a little bit biased here, but you know, people who adopt, they're not all as these people are portrayed, you know, literally shopping for and looking to find fault in kids. This is a deliberately skewed reading of it, I think, but I think it's an incredibly noble thing
she's
to
never found a
adopt.
home before.
But obviously this is incredibly difficult for Alex.
I'm sure she's a sweet girl, but she's not for us.
She's awfully old, isn't she?
This is the kid that's been in all those fights, right?
I want to help. I really do, but there's just something.
I mean, I don't actually know if this is a fictionalized version of this, because this is certainly not how the system works in Ireland. You don't get to choose kids. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a lot of feelings for one person, one kid to handle.
I'm sorry.
Why?
You need to see it.
See what? That nobody picked me?
Nobody picked you.
I mean, yeah, I think everyone's right. It's probably how she felt, maybe.
Nobody picked you.
Because you don't go and pick kids, and certainly in the system
Mom died.
that I was adopted in.
Dad
But
left. I bailed.
maybe in other places you do.
You couldn't keep us
Which
together.
seems a little bit
It was
wrong,
my
but-
job to keep it.
You were 11 years old.
Thank you, Gabe.
You were 11 years old. You were a kid, Alex. Let it go. People leave. Life gets hard. Sometimes it's a big shit sandwich. Make it better. Be angry at Dad. Miss Mom. Hell, be angry at me. But don't give up. No one gets to tell you what you're worth.
Yes, absolutely.
And no one can take your life away. Fight.
Yeah, fuck you, Jed.
I'm not sure
You have a gift. It's something you don't even understand. You can change the world. Make it better. Now get up.
What?
Get up and fight.
You didn't go through all of that, Alex, to give up now. Yay. Yay for Gabe. I mean, let's be honest, Alex going through all of that and standing here today in Haven Springs, being the awesome person that she is, she's incredible, amazing, and deserves everything. And screw Jed for trying to take that away from her. Oh, thank you, Paul Barrett, for the super chat. Ah, do we all remember this? We took this out of Gabe's box earlier, in episode 2, I believe. This is a nice little callback. Yeah, we should remember, like HC Bird says, that Gabe talking is Alex talking, you know? That's Alex's own inner strength, who in this scenario is, in her own mind, is personified by Gabe, but that's still her inner strength, and that's amazing in itself. You know, in one of those great instances that the people that we love and who love us in turn in life can still help us even after. But yeah,
I've got to find a way out of here.
But thank you, Paul Barrett, for the super chat. Big love to all in the chat, especially those affected by this. I can't remotely relate. I have no words, but I do have virtual hugs. Well, virtual hugs are very much appreciated, and yes, I hope everyone else is okay as well.
Not that I'd be much good at climbing.
Poor Alex, messed up. But that sequence really is, it's intense, but it just goes to show how great Deck 9 and just the entire LAS universe is at telling these incredibly complex, difficult stories.
And mimes, just like Jed said.
It's really one of the reasons I love this series so much is that they're not afraid to tackle these subjects, you know, that a lot of people have tried to argue for years don't belong or can't belong in games. I mean, isn't this a perfect example of how...
I'm gonna choose not to read anything into this.
Of how games can be better than any other medium at you know, literally putting you in the shoes of other people.
I could almost laugh if it wouldn't hurt so much.
Anyhow. Yeah, don't your poor ribs probably struggling right now. Let's take a little pickaxe.
How long has this stuff been down here?
Anyhow, Alex is amazing. True Colors is my favorite LAS game so far, says George. I think a lot of people feel that, and it's wonderful as well, isn't it? Like how the series can still exceed our expectations. Ooh.
Oh, no. Come on, no. I can do this. I can do this.
Almost too good a performance from Erica Mori there. That was almost making me breathe uncomfortably.
Okay, that's something.
Wow. Yeah, you can, as Wendy says, you can really feel the panic in her voice there.
That aura is the only lead I've got.
Okay. Oh gosh. Thank you, Cheerful Spider. This feels like the fulfillment of the new kind of storytelling dream video games started hunting with FMVs in the 90s. Thank you for your sensitivity. It's so true, isn't it? You know, when we talk about...
All right, boys, getting close.
Held average for life, huh, Jed?
Dig so deep, we see where the devil sleeps.
Goddamn right.
This is it. This is what Typhon tried to bury.
A lot of runoff moisture in this soil. Jed, we gotta call it. This dig is fucked.
Nothing's fucked.
Jed, we got no pumps running. No.
My teams have never quit a dig this deep before. We finish the job. Steady goes. Steady.
Fuck was... Move! Come on! Clear the tunnel! Who's on radio?
Jed! Fuck! Jed! Jed!
Oh my god.
Jed, eh?
We gotta move! Now! There's still men back there. They'll drown.
Yeah, and so will we if we don't get the fuck out. Make the call, Jed.
God damn it! God damn it! Everyone, let's go! Now!
Smells like fireworks. Must be where Typhon blew the charges.
And what were they trying to hide? Dad. At first you're like, what the fuck? But then I remembered. Gabe came here to Haven Springs to find his dad.
Dad! Come back! Dad, you son of a bitch!
Chen, you gotta stop, man.
Dad! Fuck you, Chen! Come back!
It's over, Chen. He's not coming back.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So Jed not only caused the death of Alex's brother, but her father as well. Mr. Chen was working here. It is quite the twist. Yeah, like Gavin said, I thought it was like a bit too much of a contrivance when it first happened, but then they did seed it in that Gabe came here to look for his dad, and then it makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah. But to set that right. And yeah, it is an interesting parallel, EA122. Jed has to make a call about letting people go, including John and Ryan. Including John and Ryan made a call to cut the rope in F1.
Here, I've come to realize what makes Haven so special.
Oh my god.
It's a flower shop, run by multiple generations. A bar owner who greets every customer by name. It's a spring festival tradition going back 100 years. History, loyalty, pride. These values which define Haven are the same values that Typhon was built on.
Bullshit.
And that is why our partnership has been so successful. It's been my privilege to renew Typhon's commitment to Haven. We believe in this community, and we're tremendously excited for its future.
You believe in sucking the life out of this community? I believe that much.
Thank you, Diane. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're eager to make this official.
Wanker.
So, time to vote, folks. And then lunch.
Dun dun dun. It's quite the entrance, I will give Alex. She's like, sup fuckers, I'm back. I'm about to ruin your day, Jed. Oh my god, poor Ryan.
Alex, oh my god.
I'm fine.
You are not fine. We have to get you to a doctor.
Yeah, I'm about to ruin this guy's whole career first. Give me a sec. This is gonna be hard to hear. I'm sorry,
I found out
Ryan.
something you need to hear. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry, Ryan. This is
Alex, you're hurt.
I remember like this scene.
Do you need help?
The,
We can call
the
an ambulance.
Typhon's been
expressions
lying to all of you.
absolutely blew me away.
And so has Jed Lucan.
Look at him.
Alex.
Look at him.
What's going on?
He's just ready to lie his wee fucking heart out. We're gonna play this calm. We're gonna play it clever. Let's do
You know
this.
exactly what's going on. I was down in the mine last night. I saw what Typhon's been hiding for 12 years. Jed Lucan isn't a hero. That whole story is a lie. Jed caused the accident. And then he abandoned 7 of his men. He let them drown to save himself.
Diane, sit the fuck down. Do not interrupt me.
There were pictures of me and Gabe down there in the dirt. Because one of those miners was my father. Typhon wanted to keep this covered up in case it jeopardized the vote.
I don't think they are afraid. I think they're ruthless. I think they genuinely just want to do anything possible to screw this town over.
All they care about is making more money.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do whatever it takes to push this expansion through. So they decided to bury the evidence. And nothing was going to stop that blast. Not even the fact that there were 4 people up in the mountains.
Yep.
That's how Gabe was killed. Jed knew all along. He covered up the truth about the past, about Gabe. And when I found out, as you can see, he tried to kill me too.
He's just a horrible shot. Thank God.
Why aren't any of you saying anything?
We don't want to embarrass you, Alex.
Didn't fucking ask you.
I wasn't asking you.
The things you've said obligate me to at least address them. These accusations are, well, they're insane. And trying to go into the mine was obviously a very dangerous, very illegal thing to do. But we all sympathize with your situation. You've been through so much. Your brother was your only family, wasn't he?
The gaslighting.
I can only imagine how much you want an explanation for his loss.
The
Something to give you
audacity.
comfort and make your life seem less unfair.
Why don't you just tell the truth? You've been planning your exit from Typhon anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You never signed up for threats or attempted murder. You hate this. Now's your chance to stop.
Diane, get
Dad?
fucked 2021 challenge.
Do you have any idea what Alex is talking about?
No. I don't.
Fucking liar.
I've tried to be there for Alex since Gabe died. I thought, I don't know, I hoped I could be something of a father figure to her. All I can guess is, sometimes when we're hurting, the people we lash out at are the ones who were trying to help.
Fuck me. I would have punched him about 20 times by now. You're a monster. You're a monster.
You tried to kill me. How can you stand there and say these things?
Alex.
You're a monster. Please. I know this is hard to accept. You all trust him. I did too. But I'm telling the truth.
Why would we suddenly make this up?
I believe
Of course you do, babes.
Of course I do.
Of course you do, Steph. We know. We didn't doubt it for a second. We love you to bits. You're perfect. You've done nothing wrong in your life ever.
I believe you too.
Yeah, you do, Charlotte.
I'm horrified and shocked and still processing everything, but I believe you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Ryan, don't say anything yet. Just you wait a second.
I would like to speak.
Ducky, please don't abandon us. We love you.
This young lady came to Haven as a stranger, but over the last few weeks, she's become one of us. Now, her story certainly seems unlikely, if not impossible. But she deserves at least an investigation of her claims.
Thank you, Ducky. We love you. This is why you're the
You
best.
have to take her seriously.
Yes. Love him.
Ducky, you're being unhelpful.
Uh-oh.
Alex, sweetheart. You know our mind can play tricks on us.
Okay.
None of it is your fault.
We haven't got Eleanor on our side. That's fine. That's fine.
So hard to admit you need help. But it's always better in the end.
Eleanor, that's okay. That's all right.
We're all worried about you. Let us help you.
Maybe wished a wee bit now. That's grand. I wonder what you have to do to get Eleanor on
Don't
your
worry,
side.
Alex. I got this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Have a USB stick full
Yes,
of recordings.
Pike! Yes, Pike!
We went through this yesterday. Your superiors closed the case. None of us have time for conspiracies.
Yeah. You're trying to weasel your way out of things again, huh? I know your game. I know
Don't
how you...
test me, Jason.
You know what?
You gonna first name us now?
I'm not scared of you anymore. Yeah, not of you. Not Typhon.
All right, that's enough.
Deputy Pike, do you have some kind of personal issue with me?
Like hell I
Arguing
do.
intensifies.
Well, given that your judgment in this matter is emotionally
Okay.
compromised, you should probably
So-
remove yourself
Oh, cut the crap. If you think you could shut me up with...
Oh, okay, so to get Eleanor on your side, Riley has to not find out about her condition. Got it. We're not gonna put this on Ryan. You believe me? We're gonna say I'm sorry because it's more than us right now. He's just had his whole world fall apart. So I am sorry. It's not about whether he believes us or not.
I'm really sorry.
The economic health of this
You
town.
haven't seen what I'm capable of.
Folks, please.
The case was closed. I'm not discussing it any further.
I'm sorry, Alex.
Oh God.
Dad. Please. Come clean.
Oh, Ryan believes
We'll
us.
figure it out together.
Oh, bless you.
It amazes me. The extent to which she has manipulated you.
Oh,
Come on, Dad.
Never in a million years.
Come on. I hate seeing you do this.
My own son.
Dad.
My own goddamn son!
Stop. Oh. Look at the lighting, look at the facial capture in this. This is incredible. Not really sure what is happening here. Like, I don't think this is Alex using a power. I think she's just, like, this is like her speaking.
I know why you tried to kill me.
Oh my gosh.
It's not what you tell yourself. That you thought it was best for Haven. This was never about Haven at all, was it? This was about you.
Of course it was.
I know it's easier. Not having to think about the men you buried. You want to look away and pretend the people you hurt aren't people. But I won't let you.
Look at her eyes. Jeez.
My father worked for you. His name was John.
He was all of these things, but I think in this moment, yeah, he was a screw up, he was a victim, he was a fighter though. In the end, he was fighting. So that's what I believe Alex would say.
The world never gave him anything for free. He fought just to stay alive. He fought for us. Maybe he was finally winning. But you killed him. And then Gabe, my big brother.
Also all of these things, but I think the main thing was he was building a family. That's what I think Alex would say, because again, it's not just about her, it's about Charlotte, it's about Ethan, it's about this community.
He was building a family here. Doing it his own way. Figuring it out as he went along. He was so nervous about it. And so excited. And he brought me here to be part of that family. But he died. Because of you. And then there's me. For so many years, I just wanted to survive. To get through. Haven changed me. I started to think about the future.
I think she wants to help people. She said that a few times.
I want to help people. Because it's something I'm good at. Knowing I'm good at something feels fucking great. And you tried to murder me. You would have ended my life just so you wouldn't have to face the truth.
You fucking monster.
You've forgotten it, haven't you? You've plastered over it with another story.
That you're a good man. I think, like, because he was so, you know, playing down the idea of him being a hero, because I think even in his mind, that's a little bit too much. And I think honestly, he wants to steer people away from telling him he's a hero, because that is a little bit too, like, that can easily be, well, not easily, but that could be disproven. You know, that flies against everything that he's trying to bury, but he can still even tell himself that he's a good man, even despite what happened in the mines, because, you know, he tried so hard to be this pillar of the community, to, like, take people in, because he didn't have to take Alex in. He didn't have to give Gabe a job. He didn't have to do a lot of things, but he likes people to think that he's a good man, because I think he thinks that as well.
You tell yourself you're a good man. You take care of so many people. You gave me a roof and a job. You checked on me when I was grieving.
He did all those things. He wants to believe that he's good.
Such a good, generous man. But that's the lie. If you scrape it away, what do we see?
He's selfish. Everything he did was self-serving. It's all to serve the story that he tells himself that he's good. I think selfishness is at the very core of everything that he does. He wants to be remembered and he wants to be thought of. And that's completely selfish.
11 years ago, you led a group of men to their deaths. And you were too selfish to say those words out loud. There was so much to lose. The love of your wife. The respect of your son.
Look at their eyes, just incredible.
The comfort and ease you had walking around the world. All of that mattered more to you than those men's lives. I can feel you trying to pull away. Don't. The truth hurts. Sometimes it's so awful you think you're gonna break. But when you come out the other side, and you're whole and free and still alive, then you'll finally know how strong you really are.
And Alex should fucking know.
I see the truth about you. You hate yourself. You hate what you did in the past. You hate what you've done to keep it secret.
But there's nothing left but
And the
to follow
more
that path.
you deny that hatred, the worse it grows. I know who you are. I've seen the worst parts of you.
Alex would forgive him. I think she'd forgive him. There's no point, like, even if he's ruined her life, but it doesn't serve her to hang on to hate. It doesn't. I don't think it does. I think that she would forgive him because her life is worth more than that, and to condemn him is to continually tie her emotions and her feelings to him, and I don't think she needs that. I think forgiving him is moving past it. It's closing that chapter. It's moving on. That's what I think she would do. He doesn't deserve it. Of course he doesn't deserve it, but Alex does. Alex deserves to move on with their life.
And I forgive you.
And that's what we call red to fucking filth, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a scene, though. And I think it's important that the player doesn't use Alex's powers at all in that final chapter. That is all her intuition and her, her strength as a person coming through. But oh my gosh, it's a lot. And yeah, I think all of that is accurate. I think Jed does really hate himself because he can't undo the past, but he has to keep hiding the past. So almost, you know, maybe he's relieved at that.
Local bar owner and council president Jed Lucan admitted in a tearful confession to covering up the deaths of 7 Typhon employees as their manager 12 years ago. A recent cover-up, which involved a clandestine and unpermitted explosion to thwart inspections, caused the death of Haven local Gabe Chen last month. Mr. Lucan is currently in police custody, awaiting arraignment. We will have plenty more about this developing story, including the resignation of Typhon CEO, the market impact, and what it all means for your drive time commute, coming right.
Yeah, the silence is worse. I need to get some air.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Cheerful Spider. I love the foreshadowing in the LARP. Yeah, same.
After summoning all my strength and willpower, I'm now ready to move from the bed to the rooftop.
And thank you for the super chat, Unbearable. Forgiveness isn't for the person you're forgiving. No, in many cases, it's for you. Gives you the permission to move on. Oh my goodness, though. Oof. I hope everyone's all right. That was quite the emotional journey. The library is now closed, as Kiva says. My goodness. But, yeah. Wow. What's this? A bomber jacket. So I don't know how else that could have gone. And I assume from some of the comments that people said in chat that to get Eleanor on your side, because she's the only person that wasn't on her side in the end, you have to make sure that Riley doesn't find out about her Alzheimer's. But I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of glad that Riley knows as well. So I'm not really sad about that.
For whatever it's worth.
Alex, they told me to destroy this jacket after the accident. I couldn't do it. Perhaps some part of me knew I would one day need to pass it along. When Gabe first stepped into my bar looking for his father, I swore I would one day return this jacket to him. Then I swore I would return it to both of you. I think you know by now what my word is worth. Well, at least you're honest. Now, I did not deserve your forgiveness, but it moved me more than I knew was possible. I hope this gift will provide some small comfort to you in the days ahead, Jed. Wow.
You ever swing a pick before, Mr.
Chen.
Wow.
John. And no. But I'm a hard worker, and I learn fast. And I don't mind long hours.
You don't have somebody waiting on you at home?
No, sir.
Well, John, guess you're a hell diver now.
What I am a little bit confused about, though, is, as was mentioned in chat, the parallel between Jed making that call to leave some of his miners behind is similar to the call that Ryan made to cut the rope, almost certainly killing Gabe if he wasn't dead already, although he probably was, and saving Alex. So was there something different that Jed should have done with that? Like, because he, as someone said in that memory, either they all died or they left behind the people that were already trapped. So was it just the fact that it was covered up that's the crime? Or like, was there something else Jed could have done to save those people?
Nothing like being called delusional by someone you trusted. That one really hurt.
Yeah, but, you know, Eleanor was probably somewhat projecting there as well.
I'll never understand exactly what happened to me down there, but I'll always be grateful.
Oh. So, let's see. Oh, everyone was worried about it. Who's Arthur? Arthur Jones, the new, we want your story in our ongoing Typhon coverage. When did you learn that your father lived in Haven Springs? Oh, shush, Arthur. Blocked. Oh, you weren't going to mention being a superhero when I texted yesterday. I'm so glad you're safe. Ethan's so cute. Dear Alex, you've been through an awful lot these past few weeks, but your resilience and courage continues to astound me. I have no doubt that you will weather this affront against your person with the same grace as you demonstrated to me during our lovely dance at the Spring Festival. A moment I will not soon forget, so please remember that we are all here for you. Sincerely, Reginald McAllister III. Ducky! So yeah, it doesn't say it outright, but obviously when everyone kind of decides to rally with or against you in that meeting, it's clearly based on the choices that you've and the behavior that you've shown towards them throughout the other chapters in the game. So I'm sure the fact that we helped Ducky certainly played a part in him standing up for us. The fact that we, you know, didn't take Charlotte's anger. She was obviously, as she said herself, she was still processing a lot of stuff, but she still decided, you know, to believe us in that moment as well. Oh wow, Max being nice. And then obviously Pike taking away his fear gave him the courage probably in that meeting to stand up to Diane. So of course it meant so much. Oh, who's Jessica? Oh, the Gazette. Okay, whatever. Poor Ryan. Growing up, my dad was my hero. After the accident, he was the whole town's hero. It was the best feeling in the world to know others saw him the way I did. And no one questioned it, even when the strange phone calls started, the late nights locking his office when he left the house. But it was all lies, and now I know the truth because you showed it to us. Ryan took that so well. We did not really deserve him to take it so well, but... Whew.
Good thing I sold off all my Typhon stock. I'm pretty sure my voice was already heard by everyone who needed to hear it.
Wow. A lot of requests for comment, eh?
I know now that my inaction in the face of injustice was itself a terrible wrong. And I know that I will never be able to undo the tremendous pain and loss I caused. I do not ask for forgiveness.
Look who stepped up. Look who found a voice.
Who could give that to me is gone. Thank you.
There are no victories at the end of this. Just more painful truth.
Yeah, there was something good in there somewhere.
I felt very close to Ducky after our dance.
Oh.
Even though it was hard, I'm glad I let Charlotte overcome her own anger. I think it gave her the strength to support me.
Yeah, there you go.
Must be rare that a local paper gets to break out the really big headline.
Scandal! 8 deaths covered up by Typhon Mining.
See? This is why I try to only read the art sections.
Yay! A surprising newcomer and a 3-time veteran joined together to create musical magic under the Spring Festival stars on Saturday. Alex Chen, whose brother Gabe Chen, longtime bartender at the Black Lantern, was killed in a tragic mining accident last month. That makes it sound like he was mining. Anyway, lit up the crowd with her passionate vocals and powerful guitar. Ew. Steph Gingrich, KRCT DJ and mainstay on the Springs Festival stage, held down the drums. The chemistry was palpable. Yes, it was. Thank you for the super chat, Kira. John got abandoned like how he abandoned his kids. Oof. Poetic justice.
Salem would be cool. I'm already an expert in witch trials.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh, the feelings. The feelings.
Maybe Dad deserved everything he got, but I'm still glad we were there with him in his last moments.
Yeah. Not an easy or straightforward situation for sure.
They say I was powered by adrenaline that whole morning. Now I'm mostly powered by extra strength Advil. And these.
Get the good shit. Oh, wow.
Maybe I do deserve some $ justice, but I'd much rather be able to move on with my life.
Yeah, $ justice doesn't seem like your bag, Alex, to be honest.
The LARP was 2 days ago. That doesn't seem possible.
So much has happened since then. Let's go upstairs. Whew.
Hey, Steph.
Alex, wait. Before you say anything, I have to get this out.
Okay.
What you did at the council meeting, it was the bravest thing I've ever seen.
Stop.
And it made me want to be brave too. So, here it goes. I want to be with you.
Woo!
I don't give a shit about playing music or seeing the world. I mean, I do, but only if it's with you. And if you'd rather stay here instead, then... fuck it. I want to stay here too.
That was amazing.
I've never had anyone barge in to tell me that they wanted to be with me before.
Yeah? How'd it feel?
Kiss her, you... Kiss, 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 kiss.
You've, given me a lot to think about.
Well, good. That was the idea.
Get to kissing.
You know where to find me. Good luck, Chen.
Ah!
Thanks, Steph.
Where are you going? Do not leave me unkissed in this apartment. Gosh darn it. Well, fine. Fine. Pink Daisy, she even left off her beanie. Steph looks so different without the beanie as well. Oh.
All right. Just tell me.
What?
My future. What to do? The night of the Spring Fest, Steph made a strong push for leaving with her. Playing on the road, the excitement of the unknown. Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on, you're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
Oh. Okay. Really?
You really think so?
Of course. You finally have a home, a job, people who actually like you.
Shocking.
Why would you give that up?
That's true.
I must say, I'm really torn at this decision. Super torn, actually.
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
What?
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends. And don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, fuck off. Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need my big brother.
Because,
sorry.
Like, Alex has gone her whole life without stability, without a real home, people around her, family, chosen family. But then again, she's young, and her and Steph can go explore and have fun, and...
It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away. You're not on it. And neither is Steph. Life goes on. You get a job working with Steph at the record store. all those years of being a music snob finally pay off. And little by little, time does its thing.
It does tend to do that.
The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home. Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon, even of me begin to fade into the background.
Oh, is Max still being a creep? Is that Riley on a date and he's like lurking nearby? Adorable nerds! Oh my god, it's too fucking cute, I can't.
The rooftop is your stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans.
Just means so much more that it's Gabe narrating
Maybe
this
while you play,
montage.
you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world. Or maybe you never think about that much at all. You don't know exactly when it happens, but one day you look around and find that you have transformed this place just as much as it has transformed you. And the most extraordinary thing of all is just how normal it feels. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course, you already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
Do what?
Do what exactly? Become an actual musician?
Live in a van, travel between dingy bars, hawking your SoundCloud, pouring your soul to strangers. Sounds pretty great if you ask me. The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure.
Well, that's a pretty great promise.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, this is really tough because if it was me making this choice, now I would choose to stay. Because for me, Haven is a beautiful place, it's a beautiful community, it's a beautiful life, it's a potential wonderful life that Gabe has painted there. However, even taking into consideration, you know, the upheaval that Alex has had in her life and, you know, how much having that stability would probably mean to her now, I still can't really let go of the fact that, you know, her and Steph are so young. They need to get out, they need to experience more things. They kind of need to get that chapter, even if it never amounts to anything. They need to have at least tried it, I think, because settling down at what, Alex is 21? Settling down and putting all of the expectation of your entire life into the relationship and into this one place where, let's not forget, a lot of traumatic things have happened for her, and she's not even been here that long. It's a lot, and it's maybe too much. And as someone rightfully said in the chat, if Alex can make a home here, she can make a home anywhere. And whether that's with Steph or with someone else, I don't know. I feel like at 21, Steph clearly wants to go places, and Steph, I think, will always have Alex's back. And I don't know, maybe it's too much meta, but I feel like if at least one person wants to go out and seek adventure, and you don't at least give it a try, that leads to maybe some resentment later down the line, or thoughts of what if. And the last thing I would want is for either of them to have those what if thoughts, because yeah, they can always come back. They have connections here now. If it doesn't work out, they can always come back, but at least they can say that they gave it a shot. But yeah, what does everyone think? Alex needs healing. That is true, but you can heal through. I think Alex's whole life has been, up to this point, has been dictated to her. You know, she's gone from home to home to home and not being able to make those choices. And I think for her, that healing can also come in the form of being free to travel, being free to share her gift. You know, share her music, try new things, and yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I just know that as long as Alex and Steph are together, they're gonna have adventure. They're gonna have a wonderful time, and yeah, I don't know. Stability is important, but I think for both of them it needs to come later. I think you can't really appreciate the value of having this community until you see the world a little bit. But thank you for the super chat, Bystruska. Gotta go, but thank you so much, Aoife and chat. Got really emotional listening to the TC playlist this morning. Yeah, super. Felt extra targeted by the music selected for Wavelengths. Be Still My By Heart. Here's to Special Games. Hugs. Oh, I can't wait. I haven't actually listened to the Wavelengths soundtrack yet, so I'm really excited for that. And we had another one. Let me scroll up. Oh, thank you, Italosi99. Leave with Steph, you think. In my opinion, after what just happened, leaving Haven would be good for her, and Steph can chase her dreams while Alex works out what hers are. Yeah, that's a really good point. There's no reason they can't retire to Haven. I agree. Like, Alex needs to see the world. Imagine how many experiences she hasn't been able to have yet. Oh, thank you as well, Xenagil 180. This has really been a roller coaster. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for playing. It has so much been a roller coaster. And thank you, Kira. Interesting parallels. Typhon is a Greek god of volcanic forces who hid in mountains after being defeated by Rhea's son Zeus. Rhea was foreshadow. Yeah, I know. And then you've got Leith and everything as well. So there's a lot of mythological foreshadowings in there. Oh, and as CXP34 says, we've already talked about the lesbian coven, everyone. So yeah, and I mean, it is a wonderful thing, as Renee says, how split this decision is. It shows that Deck 9 have really done a good job, that it's not weighted too much one way or the other, because there's no wrong answer, really, is there? Because there are right answers. Like, as I said, staying would be the right choice for me. I love this cozy community, and I love the life that I picture them having here. But to me, it still doesn't seem right for the point in their lives that they're at right now. But thank you, Jack escaped the box again. I was late, thanks YouTube. So certain yet sounds like this chapter is a little binary based on previous decisions. So also leave, you can always return. Yeah. I think by getting to this chapter, it's kind of already shaped the experience that you're gonna have by previous chapters. Anyhow, yeah, Ishtar, they're gonna have to buy tickets again because Steph's already ripped them up. Yeah, as Queen of Fabulous says, I'm just glad that it's not a gut-wrenching sad choice. Yeah, at least this final choice is shaped by hope rather than by something sad. Like, I'm glad that it's colored by possibility, you know? And thank you, Cody Sachs, for the super chat. I don't think stability has to be just staying in one place. It could be with one person. Yeah, also. I mean, now that she has someone who's gonna, like, because Steph is ride or die. Like, Steph, I have no doubt, no matter what happens with them as a romantic couple, they will look out for one another, and that is, you know, that's really affirming in itself as well. But yeah, it is nice to see everyone get so invested, as Kiva says. But yeah, all right. I think we should go with them. Nikki Sharp, don't forget to press the choice that you actually want. Yes, that's true. All right. Well, I don't know. I reckon for me, for everything that we've done with this, Alex, I think she would seek adventure. Thank you for the super chat, Sheila M. They're too young to settle down. Go for an adventure. Thanks for doing this, Aoife. It was worth waking up at 4:30 a.m. Oh my gosh, Sheila. Looking forward to wavelengths. I can't wait. I mean, I'm not saying that just because they're young, they must leave. Like, it's not like, you know, some young people or some older people wouldn't seek adventure, some younger people wouldn't stay, but for me, for the person, especially that Steph is actually, I just think that they should seek it. I think Alex would like to seek adventure too. I think she needs to find out what she wants, you know, what her dreams are. And I think that staying in Haven is a little bit too, it's a bit too, like, it's forming a wall around her before she's even tried to figure out what her own dreams are. Anyway, I'm gonna go for it. Seek adventure. I think that's, for this playthrough anyway, it's the right choice. Yeah.
I know what I want.
Plus, we've already kind of seen what, oh, Alec, or Gabe. But we've already kind of seen what happens if she stays, so. Lesbians in Salem. Oh, Ryan. What was that? That was odd. Was there meant to be more to that scene? Oh, everyone's coming to say goodbye. Another kiss for the road? No? Alright, we're off to start our lesbian coven, everyone. Aww. It's weird that, you know, we don't actually hear everyone saying goodbye, but it's not goodbye forever. Like, I fully believe they'll come back. Definitely. Fuck him up, babe. Yes! Our girlfriend is wishing us luck. But, so, people say that Ryan was on the roof there because he was sad because he's lost his dad and his best friends. But I feel like Ryan... I feel like that's unnecessary. I don't know. I don't think Ryan would want us to stay. And also, like, nothing's really keeping him in the town either, is it? Like, that scene just felt a bit incomplete to me. I would have liked to have saw him say something. Is he angry at them for leaving? Like, I don't think Ryan would be angry at them for leaving. Why wouldn't he see them off? Anyhow. It's a nice, decent wee crowd there. Oh, they've got the gnome. World's largest ball of twine.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Chen.
Oh, yay! Wow. Well, that was an emotional journey, eh? That was amazing. I really do love this game so much. I think that it's funny because I certainly struggled more with those ending decisions, the little photos, more than probably most of the big decisions throughout the rest of the game. Like, I think for a lot of those, they were very easy for me, but deciding what to do with Alex and Steph's future was by far the hardest thing. But I am sad for Ryan. I don't think he deserved that ending. I mean, I guess I didn't factor him into the decision at the end there because I didn't think he would. Of course, he's had a really hard knock that his dad's gone to jail, but I don't see them as being his only friends. And I don't see him, he's not stuck in that town. He could easily come and visit, he could easily travel as well. I'm kind of sad that was our final experience of him, was being sad. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Danila says Ryan leaves with both of them when you romance him and choose to leave. Oh, so, okay, so even if you don't romance Steph, you can leave with her? I actually don't know what any of the other choices in this game look like, so that's super interesting. I might go and watch some of the other endings now. When you romance him and stay, Steph leaves. Oh. Well, anyway, yeah, Lesbian Coven is like, oh. Lesbian Coven is canon, I think, for sure. Strunakatse says, but why would he leave the one place where he grew up, all his memories and his job? But a lot of people leave the place. I left the place I grew up. I haven't lived in the place I lived in for most of my life. You know, that happens. It's okay. Like, it's okay to follow adventures, go other places. Like, maybe that's not for him, but that's okay. But I don't think you would then be surprised that other people leave. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, it's tough because there's no wrong decision, but that's what makes it interesting. Like the whole Eleanor and Riley thing was so heartbreaking because there was nobody was in the wrong there. It was just a really sad, unfair situation because life bees like that sometimes. But anyway, I'm really excited to play the DLC. And as I said at the start of the stream, that'll probably be next week. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it, not a question, but we've got quite a few streams coming up with EGX and everything, so it may be after that, but I'm definitely not going to touch it. Oh, Ethan's dad's hot. But yeah, super excited for that, and because I don't know what kind of context it's going to give Steph, but I'm really excited to find out. But yeah, as Emma says, I think it was just a lot very quickly for Ryan to process. He needed a moment because, actually thinking about it, as Gabe said, they left within 3 hours of that scene, which seems like unnecessarily quick, maybe. But yeah, thank you, Kira, for the super chat. Seeking seems more fitting with Steph, but staying sounds fitting for Ryan since he's a park ranger. Both can be great choices. Yeah, I guess Ryan does seem like a little bit more of a homebody. Steph definitely, you know, seems like more of an adventure seeker anyway. But gosh, yeah, that was amazing. Let's skip forward, shall we? And, oh no, I don't want to miss all the photos though. There's a little gig going on. Nice. Yeah. Oh wow, Deanna says, so excited to see Aoife playing Wavelengths. Fell even more in love with Steph through it. Oh, is that even possible? Aw, Ethan and Gabe. It was really nice having Gabe come back at the end. I think that was a really great choice. To have someone that we know is like, you know, meant so much to Alex, be the voice of like her hope for the future and kind of like guiding her to make these kind of potentially life-changing choices too. Yeah, it's a good question, Dragon Bother. Did Ryan get the bar? Because yeah, Jed was certainly looking at some prison time, and I don't know. I suppose it would go to Ryan, but then yeah, who was running it? I suppose. Maybe he gave it away. Maybe he gave it to someone else to run. I don't know. You could see with that sort of montage towards the end that there were some very deliberate design changes, taking away like the taxidermy and the guns and everything else, and sort of updating it a little bit. So, but they never really say for sure. But yeah. Brent says, so wait, where was Steph at the end? She was just texting her girlfriend good luck? Yeah, I assume she was maybe in the crowd, or they both left together, so... Gabe and, what was the bear's name? Oh, it was, Branna, yeah. And thank you for the super chat, some guy sitting down. Hey, Aoife, I just wanted to thank you for this playthrough. I enjoyed it so much. You're a lovely human being. Thank you for that too. Big hug. All right. Fine. It's just the game. The game is just so well written that it's just not. It makes anyone look good to react to, I'm sure. I know some of these people. Yay, Izzy, and Scott and Peter. Good, all these people did a really good job. All right, I'm skipping this now. Whee! Oh, I forgot the music keeps playing. Oh. All right, I want to see what the general overall choices were for people. Whee! Oh my gosh, George is right. The bar, give the bar to Ducky. Oh no, but then he'd probably drink the... It's probably good that if he has a little bit of distance, because he needed a little bit of an intervention during the LARP, so... Oh. You know. All right. How long is this going to be? Are we going to go through all of the... Yeah, okay. Oh, is that right? Mac23686 says, I think one of the design changes puts a sign on the bar saying community owned. Huh. Maybe Jed gave it back to the community. Interesting. That's cool. Whee! All right, let's see. Oh, is it getting faster? I feel like it's getting faster. Shoom. Yeah, as Slim says, Ducky would go through all of the product. Probably not good for him. Whee! I really like this band. I've been looking it up more since they've been in the soundtrack. What is it? Novo Amor? Very, very Bon Iver, but from Wales, apparently. Yeah. As Gasman says, I'm already looking forward to the next LIS game. The series is in good hands with Deck 9. Agreed. Very much so. Deck 9 just... I'm so glad that they had an opportunity, like, because they did such a great job with Before the Storm. I'm really glad for them that they got a chance to create another Life is Strange world from scratch, you know? Like, they obviously, you know, did so well with building on a universe that Don't Nod already made, but like having a place to, oh, okay, interesting, pretty evenly split, but a slight majority chose to stay. I can totally see why, for sure. All right. Alex forgave Jed, so most people forgave Jed. That's interesting. So most people claimed that Alex claimed she learned not to fear her emotions. Some members of the council stood with Alex. None, 4%, none of them. That's a bad playthrough. 13, everyone supported Alex. Alex wanted to help more people in the future. Very, very, almost evenly split between that and wanting to belong. Alex didn't sit on the bed. Oh, you could have had a little zen moment there. Oh well. Ryan stood by Alex during the vote. Alex didn't see Ryan after the vote. Wow, did he walk out after that? Alex wasn't ready to forgive Ryan. Alex forgave Ryan for not believing her. Wow. Charlotte sided with Alex. Oh wow, 59%. Charlotte turned her back. Eleanor is very, very evenly split. Most people had Pike side with Alex, which means that most people decided to take Pike's fear. Oh, 56% Ducky sided with Alex. Ooh. Most people's Ryan believed Jed. 69% in fact. Nice. Ryan and Alex don't count. Wow. Well, obviously by these numbers, most people choose for Alex and Steph to get together. But again, let's shout out Ryan because Ryan is so lovely, and I hope that he gets a chance to show up in some future stuff as well. Maybe he shows up in the DLC. I don't know. All right. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this entire playthrough. It's been very, very special. It's been so nice to be back in just in an LIS universe, just having these often difficult but always interesting discussions with you all. And thank you, once again for everyone being so generous with their thoughts and feelings in the chat and being so kind and thoughtful towards one another. It's always so nice to see. Thank you, Kira. I miss Alex already. Wish she was the protag forever. I know. So Alex is just an incredible new protagonist. Very, very much worth the wait. And Mika Newbie says, are you all going to be at MCM in Birmingham in November? I'm actually not sure about that just yet, but we're certainly going to be at EGX this weekend. So yeah, maybe we will keep you posted on that one. But yes, thank you all so much for being here with me through this. And as I say, we'll definitely play Wavelengths next week. Do keep an eye on the channel for when that might be. Because I'm so excited to fall in love with Steph even more. But yeah, shout out to all of the amazing performances in this game and to Deck 9 for doing such a wonderful job. And yeah, nothing left to do but just go and decompose after that. So many feelings. But look after yourselves. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.